Bonsoir Didier, Baptiste Després, Le Figaro. La mission est ratée ce soir de la première place. Qu'est-ce qui te déçoit le plus après ce
You
match?
missed out on that box seat this evening, so disappointed? No, I'm not disappointed. No, not at all. Honestly, yes, okay, through the game, we wanted to try and get that top spot. We did what we needed to do. Who came before me? The player of the match. So maybe sometimes we weren't accurate enough. We had a keeper who saved a lot of shots. We were leading, then we conceded the penalty. We gave it everything we had until the very end and tried in order to hit our objective. But for those who were making fun of Austria, look at them. They're sitting in that top spot, and the Netherlands in the third position. We're second. We can tick that first box. We know when we're playing. We're going to be playing on the 1st of July. We don't know who the opponent will be yet. And there's a new competition that's starting. It's as simple as that. But yes. If we score more goals, then we have a better chance of winning games. We do have a lot of chances. 5 in the first half. But it's not just about us not being accurate enough or getting shots on target. You also need to give credit where credit's due to the goalkeeper. The fact that we can score, and if we were able to score more, then maybe we would have won the game, yes.
Bonsoir Didier.
Oui.
RTL.
Good evening, Didier from RTL. Yes, so they were good saves from the goalkeeper, but actually there were 20 shots, only 7 of them were on target, 11 corners. So what do you think's gone wrong here? I don't know, waste? I'm not sure that we're talking about wasted chances. If we want to be dangerous from a corner, let me tell you that when I look at my team sheets, if you've got 6 players that are taller than 1.80 meters. I'm not saying that I've got just small players, but they've got a really tall team. It was the same against the Netherlands. If you're trying to give them a run for their money and we're trying to be clinical in front of the goal, we need to be playing quickly and on the deck. That's why I wanted 3 up front, playing with the ball on the deck and also speed, because we weren't going to win those balls in the air. It's their strength. So yes, we need shots on target. The more shots we have on target, the better it will be. But this also means we are shooting. And out of the 7 on target, there were some beautiful saves that the goalkeeper pulled out the bag there. It's something that we can work on. But that's the name of football. It's the name of the game. 2 chances. You can score 2 chances, 2 goals. You can also have 7 chances and not score. I would be a lot more concerned if there were no chances. But obviously, there is a little bit of room for improvement. Good evening, Didier from L'Équipe. Why did you decide to bench Antoine Griezmann? And you got really angry at him in the second. No, I wasn't. I didn't get angry. I was on the bench. It was I could have done this with any player. It was a choice with regards to the options that I had for the starting 11. That's it. Don't read into it. I have 8 or 9 players, 8 maybe, who played all 3 of the games. I've got different cards in my hand, not always the same formation. I'm not saying that I adapt to my opponent, but I want to have the most dangerous team for the opponent. So today, I'm repeating myself. We had Kylian, we had Bradley, we had Ousmane as well. We had a 3-man offense. It was to give the defenders a run for their money. We knew that we weren't going to do this in the air, so it was about speed on the deck. Good evening, Didier. I'm also from Équipe. I want to come back to Antoine Griezmann. So you bet he plays every game. He played 2 games, but he came in on the... He played 20 minutes this evening. I don't know. For me, it's not an issue. I know what Antoine is made of. I know what he can do. And as I mentioned, for the second game, he had one of the... If he had scored one of the 2 chances, wouldn't have been the same result. So do with that as you will. It's it's a choice. Marcus also took some time out. And you know what? Because this might happen to others as well. And is it linked to his performance? Was the decision linked to his performance? Is it just one game and he'll be back for the round of 16? We've got a little bit of time before the round of 16 if we look at the two games that he played, one after the other. So he was better in the second game, yes. And I decided that I would give him a little bit of time off at the beginning of the game. Just one question. How did he deal with this? With a smile. He took it with a smile. No issues. I don't know, maybe I don't know what gossip you're hearing from the local butcher baker. You know what? There will be unhappy lads in my team because not everyone can play, but I'm not here to make everyone happy. Good evening, Hortense for France Info. Barcola was capped for the first time. What did you think of his performance? Taking into consideration that it was his debut with an opponent that is very worthy. I saw things that were good. I liked his style of play, the way he got into spaces, the way that he used the ball. He's a young player, but if he's here, it's because there's something about him. And for a first game, I thought that he did a lot of things that caught my eye. Good evening, Mr. Deschamps. I am a Brazilian journalist. I will be asking my question in English, but you speak in French. You speak such good French. Maybe you could stick to French because my English is not good.
I'll wait.
Oui, ça j'ai compris.
Okay.
Bon, finalement, votre anglais n'est pas meilleur que le mien, donc ça va. Allez-y.
Okay.
Your English isn't actually that much better than mine, so go
After 3
for
games, are you satisfied with the football presented by the national team so far? Are you not satisfied? What do you think went wrong in general or went good in these 3 games?
Écoutez, je vais pas énumérer
I'm not
différents
going
passages
to
Je trouve que le groupe est là. On a l'état d'esprit, la
flog a dead
solidité,
horse
on se
here.
crée
I
des
think that the
occasions.
group is together. We
Peut-être
create
qu'il y a d'autres équipes
chances.
qui ont
Maybe there are other
qui ont
teams who
certainement dégagé peut-être plus
have
de potentiel.
given
Évidemment,
off
le fait qu'on
something
n'ait pas marqué
a little bit different. The fact that we haven't scored limits
nos prestations. Mais
our performance.
voilà, on est là où on voulait être.
But we're here where
Vous
we
allez
want
me
to
dire, et
be.
vous aurez certainement raison,
You're going
c'est
to say,
logique
and
et
I imagine
normal
that
que
you're
l'équipe
right
de
in
France soit
saying
qualifiée en
it's
huitième.
logical that the
Mais il
French
faut
team,
faut
obviously
pas
it's a no-brainer, we're into
banaliser.
the round of
Voilà, on
16.
était dans
But
un
let's not
groupe,
take anything for
il y avait
granted here.
peut-être
We were
d'autres
in
groupes difficiles,
a
mais le
group
nôtre, il était vraiment
that there
difficile.
were
Et
other
la
groups
preuve
that were
avec
difficult,
les
but
3
ours
matchs
was
que les
really
3 équipes
difficult.
ont eu.
And look at this, the 3
L'Autriche qui
games
perd contre nous,
that
qui
were
gagne
played by the
contre les
3
Pays-Bas, la Pologne
teams.
qui perd
Austria
contre les
lost
Pays-Bas,
against
mais ils
us,
sont
so
aussi près
you've got
de
Poland
le
who
gagner que de
also
la
lost
perdre.
against the
Donc,
Netherlands, but they
on
were
va se
probably
servir de ces 3 matchs-là. On a
looking
une
to snatch
petite
that
pause
win, and we're going
qui
to
va faire
try
du bien à
and
tout le monde.
learn
J'espère et je
from
vous
these
souhaite
3
vous aussi
games.
une
We've got
petite
a little
pause
bit
qui
of
vous fera
time
du
off,
bien.
and I hope that you
Et
get
on
a bit of time
poursuivra.
off that will do
Non,
you
c'est
some
vrai?
good as well. No,
Non, vous n'avez pas de pause?
I honestly
Non,
do.
bon,
No, you don't
travaillez.
have any time off?
Bon, nous, on aura
Oh,
une pause. Et
well,
après,
we'll have
basculer
some
sur,
downtime.
sur ce huitième de
And
finale.
then
C'est une
we
nouvelle
will be ready
compétition.
for the
Et je
round of
sais
16. It's a new
trop
competition that's
qu'il y en a pas mal
starting.
qui sont dans la salle, qui ont de
And
l'expérience.
there are lots of
Autant
you
si
who
ce
are
n'est plus que
in
moi.
this room. You
Les
have
impressions du
experience, if not
premier
more
tour,
experience
c'est
with
pas
me.
toujours
So
celle du
you
deuxième
can't
tour. Mais là,
always
on
read
aura
a
les meilleurs.
competition
Tableau,
just from
pas
the group
tableau, on mérite
phases,
d'être
but
deuxième.
whether we
Je
had 3 out
m'en
of 3,
satisfais
we deserve to be
parce que c'est le premier
second. I'm
objectif.
satisfied. That
C'était
was
notre
our
premier
primary
objectif. Et
objective. It
maintenant, ça
was
va
our
être
primary objective.
au coup de
And
près.
now
Et il y aura des gros.
it's
Bah
going to
oui, il
be
reste
a
que
little
des
bit
gros
more
de
down
toute
to the
façon.
wire.
Enfin, des
So
grosses
now
équipes,
you've
pardon.
only got the big teams.
C'est le lot de toutes les grandes compétitions.
But that's the name of the game in any
Bonsoir,
competition.
Didier, Parisien.
Good
Vous dites que
evening,
vous avez une marge de
Didier from Le
progression,
Parisien. You said that
offensivement.
you
En 5 jours,
have
qu'est-ce qu'on
room
peut
for
faire pour
improvement in 5
améliorer
days.
tout
How
ça?
are you going to
Améliorer
improve
en 5 jours.
the state of play? 5 days to improve?
20, c'est pas.
I could have 20
C'est la
days to
mettre au fond un
improve.
peu plus.
I
Être
don't
plus
know.
efficace. Mais les
We
occasions,
need
on
to
les a.
score more
On fait ce
goals.
qu'il faut,
We
même
need
si
to be
on
more
peut encore
clinical. We're looking for that.
améliorer, mais c'est
We can improve,
sorti là.
but
Alors, c'est pas appuyer là,
that's
là où
it.
ça fait mal, mais évidemment,
We need to hit them
on
where
a
it
toujours eu
hurts. We've always been.
une moyenne de buts qui était intéressante.
We've always had a
C'est
goal average
sur
that
ces 3 matchs,
is
ça a été
quite impressive for these 3 games. It hasn't quite been there, which is why we had 2 draws and 1 win. But I'm positive. I'm always positive. It's a new competition that's starting for us and that will start on the 1st of July.
Bonjour, Nicolas, gardien de Sud-Ouest.
Good evening, Nicolas from Sud-Est. Right here at the back of the room. Are you disappointed with with how you're driving the ball? It's not easy to... I know that a lot of you know that when you take people off the bench, it's not easy, but when I'm making those subs, it's when we're maybe trailing. The results don't always go our way. I understand how difficult it is to come off the bench, but it could have been better, yes.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Deschamps.
Good evening, Monsieur Deschamps. My name is Martin. I work for Sports Germany.
3 years of French in school.
Apologies.
I have to ask in English as well. My question is about...
I did 6 years of English classes and I still don't.
Regarding the penalty of Robert Lewandowski, how did you see it from your position? And do you think that one should change the rules, that it's not okay always to stop when you take a penalty?
C'est dans sa course d'élan, c'est ça? Ouais.
The fact that he stopped in his run-up? From where I am, I can't see a lot, but we had the screen so I could watch it afterwards. With the goalkeeper that has to have at least 1 foot on the line. In terms of his run-up, I'm not sure what that would have changed. You can't stop before making contact with the ball, but that's perhaps what he did. And there are others that also take their penalties like this. I'm not the one who writes the rules here. It's UEFA or FIFA writing the rules, and we're just there to follow them. But Mike thought that he'd saved the penalty and then we had to retake it, but that's just the way it goes. We're going to finish with Arthur from RMC Sport. Good evening, Didier. Right at the back of the room.
Désolé, je suis loin. Vous avez parlé de cette pause qui va faire du bien à votre groupe.
You spoke about the fact that a little bit of downtime will do you some good. Your families will be there. And do you think that this will be important for you with your nearest and dearest? And what did you think about Kylian's performance coming back? 2 questions that are not related at all, but let's start with the first. Kylian, despite everything that he's gone through, the 3 days after the blow, it was complicated. I thought that he was quite good on his feet with the mask. He needed to get used to it, even though when he sweats, it stings in his eyes, and he needs to wipe his eyes. But he's hungry to play, and the game will have done him some good, especially given the one we're going to be playing. And I will finish with the best question. Yes, when the families come, it's always very important for us, and I want all of the players and all of the staff to make the most of family time. We're through, and then we'll be moving into the round of 16. And we will let you know. We're resting up. We're resting up. On the agenda,
Best of luck for Team France in this competition. Thank you.